Your health, where you're on the timetable, what exactly you're dealing with?
So now I'm like just moving around better. I just got out of my brace like 3 weeks ago. So hopefully I'll be ready by training camp.
What's the injury?
It's called OCD. They had to like replace cartilage in my knee.
So I assume you're not doing any workouts here?
Nah, not doing nothing here. Just interviews and medical stuff.
What went into the decision to enter the NFL draft rather than staying in college?
I mean, I just felt like I was just like finished with college. So been there 4 years. It's great 4 years at Ohio State. So I just felt like it was just time.
Did you think at all about like transferring elsewhere, trying to get more playing time elsewhere?
Nah. Once I was there, I was locked in with the university. So, and then with my coaches, the great coaching staff, and then with the strength coaching staff too, with Coach Mick and all them. So I was just locked in since day one from there.
What are the biggest things you feel like Ohio State did to help you get to this point?
They just prepared me for like life after football, and then like the next level too, like the way like we carry ourselves as Ohio State Buckeyes, just like as professionals, like that. As my coach always say, you just got to carry yourself like as you would if you were already a professional.
Was it hard for you to have your last season end that way, to not be able to play?
I mean, it was hard at first, but then again, like everything just happens for a reason. So just put your faith in God, just pray on it.
Have you met with the Cowboys this week? Have you met with the Cowboys this week?
Yeah.
Was it formal?
It was informal.
How did that meeting go? What do you think about that?
It was a good meeting, great call. I think I talked to he said he helped out with the running back coach, Coach E. So yeah, it was a good meeting with them, great meeting with them.
When did you have surgery?
January 2nd this year, 2024.
How did the injury happen? How did the injury happen?
It was just something from overtime.
Can you talk about the impact Coach Alfred had on you as a person and as in your football career?
Coach Alfred, that's my guy. That's like one of the closest coaches I came in contact with since being there. But I mean, we talk about a lot. Like we could talk about anything. I could call him about anything. He could call me about anything if he need. But he just helped me become a better player. And man, every day I was there, so I definitely appreciate him for that.
Miyan, did you think you were going to be over here with Travion?
You said what?
Did you think you were going to be over here with Travion?
Yeah, I did actually. But he decided to go back another year.
How surprised are you that he made that decision? How excited are you for him to have one more year?
Very excited, just because him staying there was just like something he wanted to do. So I'm very excited to see what he can do this year.
What do you think that backfield's going to look like with him?
Oh, it's gonna be dangerous. I feel like the whole team is like a different vibe now. So I just feel like the offseason I've been watching them, and the offseason I've been rehabbing there. So I just been watching them. And they just like really been working. It's like head down and just work.
Do you think that Michigan winning the national championship, 3 in a row, that's just crazy?
I think it definitely fueled them, like motivated them for sure.
Miyan, if you could show NFL teams one play that shows what Miyan Williams about what play
That's a great question. I would say, let me think. One play. There's a lot of good plays I got. I would say the long run against Notre Dame my junior year. Just show how physical.
What is the NFL getting in Miyan Williams?
Getting a very physical back, very physical, very competitive person, just a person with like full of energy.
Miyan, are you taking the nickname with you to the NFL, or are you keeping Chop?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep Chop. I like it.
Miyan, were you playing through the injury for a while? Like, how long had it been hurting, and how did it get to the point where you couldn't play anymore?
So I had it since 2017. I've just been playing up until last year. So yeah.
Ryan Day said recently that Travion has really impressed him with his leadership this offseason. How have you seen that leadership grow in Travion over the years?
I just been seeing him just like be more vocal, because that's what our Coach Alfred told us to do. He wanted us to be more vocal. Like he told us that last year. So that's one thing we worked on. We kind of help each other with that too. Just speaking up in the meeting rooms and then outside of the meeting rooms too.
You haven't always been the most vocal guy. Did Travion help you with that?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely helped each other in a lot of spaces, on and off the field.
You said you were not going to be ready to play until when, training camp? Is that right?
Yeah.
Why was the timetable that long? That's serious injury?
Yeah, they said it was they said it could take longer, but my body is like healing faster than expected. So that's what Dr. Cooper said. I might be ready by training camp.
What are your hopes in terms of being drafted? Do you have any
But yeah, definitely hope to be drafted. But if anything, I'm just leaving it up to God right now, just praying on everything.
You mentioned that you'd been dealing with the injury since 2017. What went into the decision to get the surgery and shut things down when you did?
I literally played until I couldn't anymore. So, like, my knee just kept locking up, and I just wasn't able to run. So I went to see the doctor. He said, maybe it's that time to get that.
Like, obviously, last year when you were playing, you weren't able to do as much as you had in past years. Were you just not as effective running as you had been in the past?
This last year?
Yeah.
I felt like it was just – I feel like it started bothering me a little more this year. So I felt like I wasn't effective as I was the years before, just because it was just still wearing down.
Is that something you talk to NFL teams of kind of going back and watching your earlier years of tape?
Not really, because when I watch, I see myself like get better in a lot of different spots, like as the years went on.
What are the ways in which you feel like you got better?
Just like, I think is the most way I got like better was probably like the vision wise, because my freshman year I was just trying to bounce everything outside, and then like as the years went on, I started like actually reading things out. Then the holes just start hitting differently.
Miyan, every year the number of women watching football grows. Are there women in your life that have helped you on your football journey?
Oh yeah, definitely my mom, because good or bad, she's still gonna criticize me every game. So I had to deal with that. So she's always just gonna point out the bad stuff that I did. So yeah, definitely my mom. She played a big part, and my grandmother too. God may rest her soul, but yeah, she was at every game just cheering me on. So she was just like, she'd be the one you would hear like out the whole crowd. Like that'd be the lady you hear.
Miyan, how do you think Dalton felt last season going through what he did, kind of having to sit and take that red shirt and watch, and how did he process that?
I felt like he probably was like frustrated, but we helped him like just not let that affect him or his game. Just something like just make out like when you get the opportunity, just make the most of it when it comes to you.
You say you helped him, like just things you guys were saying to him. What do you mean when you helped him?
Yeah, just tell him like if we see him. Like, we see him feeling down or something, like, we'll just grab him, but, like, you good. Like, I know things ain't going your way, just be patient, because we've been there before. Everybody in that room has been there before where they had to sit.
What do you think his potential is? Just because he's maybe looking in another year where with Trevion and Quinshawn ahead of him, who knows what the snaps are going to be.
I just feel like he's a great player, a great football player. So when he get his opportunity, I always tell him just make the most of it. Like, whenever you get the chance, just take it. You never know. Because anything can happen.
Did you see him get better during his redshirt year?
Yeah, definitely see him get better. Yeah, get better in like pass protection, just learning plays and stuff. Because I know it's hard as a freshman. Everything is just like chaos. So the game definitely slowed down for him once he started learning it.
What is a skill of yours that you think tests defenses the most?
You say that again?
What is a skill of yours that you think will test defenses the most at the NFL level?
The skill? Because I got a little speed to me, so I don't think they're ready for that. The speed and then just the wiggle too. I got some wiggle too. But like they mostly say like I'm just a power back, but I'm way more than a power back.
Miyan, Xavier is the one guy in your class that isn't here. Just what did you see from Xavier at Ohio State which could make him an NFL player?
Just definitely like a big role player. Like whatever role he takes, he plays it to the fullest. Like I don't think he's ever had a role he played where he just like didn't give his all to it. So every role he played, like he did play a bunch of different positions, but every position he played, he gave his all to it.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like every time he moved back to the running back room, he made plays. What do you think it was that enabled him to do that so easily?
I think it's just his mindset. It's just like if you're gonna do something, you gotta like do it. Like you gotta put 100% in it because you can't do anything. So yeah, I think that's what it was for him. And I talked to him a lot too, so he said that's basically what it was.
So you guys are both from Cincinnati. Just kind of what does Cincinnati mean to you and represent them in this process?
Just we always just stick together. Cincinnati guys always just stick together. We just got that connection. Even though if we don't really know each other, but like when we see each other, it's like like we got that connection. So the connection is always there. I think representing is just like making the city look good, making Cincinnati look good too at that.
Which knee is it?
Right.
Were you doing the medical stuff today?
Yeah.
Is Marvin back there with you?
Yeah, I seen Marvin back there. I just talked to him before I came over here.
He's not talking today. Is insight on that?
Nah. I just said what's up to him. how he was feeling. He said he was good.
Miyan, you were a 3-star recruit coming out of school.
Yeah.
And you came a long way, tied a single game, 5 touchdowns in a game at Ohio State, right? Set a record. What can you say about the development of Ohio State and what they do to help get people to the league?
I think the biggest part with that is just like the structure of Ohio State. It's like a professional structure, so it gets you prepared for a lot of professional programs and stuff like that. So I think it's most professional. Like the system is like most professional I've ever been a part of. And then just like the weightlifting and just like the running and stuff, like you don't just run. Like in high school, you just run to run. So like in college, they like you run for a specific reason, then it shows up in the season too.
Miyan, are there any former Ohio State players in particular that you've reached out to for advice or guidance in this process?
Let me think. I don't think so.
Or like has Coach Alfred been like he's had guys go through this?
Yeah, he's definitely helped me a lot. He just told me to like just be confident, be myself, and everything else will just play out in his way.
Does it inspire you to see how many running backs from Ohio State have gone on to play in the NFL?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because we talk about them a lot. Like just the history of running backs is all over the running back room, like on the wall and stuff. So you can see everybody that came through, and then we talk about them too in the room.
Miyan, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What would you say to your 5-year old self?
In 5 years, I would say probably still playing.
Mama,
I would just. You said what?
Mama, I made it?
Yeah, Mama, I made it. But I would probably just look back and just laugh because like right now it's a lot of emotions going on. So I would just tell myself like just look how far you came. Like you made it this far. You got to keep going. Don't stop. Don't get comfortable either.
How special does it feel just to be here?
It's a blessing, it's everybody's dream. Everybody don't get the chance to be like where I'm at right now. Like a lot of people don't get a chance to even get invited, but it's definitely a blessing. So we got to make the most of it. Just take everything in.
Did you always expect when you got to Ohio State that you would be here at this level?
Yeah, that's just the standard I set for myself. So I had to carry myself that way.
Miyan, who's a guy that we're not talking about right now, but we will be talking about a year from now back at Ohio State?
Just one or not talking about right now. I'll say my guy Trey.
What about Trey stands out?
Just his work ethic and just the way he carries himself. He's a great person too.
Who's the toughest guy you went up against in practice every day?
Tommy Eichenberg.
Why Tommy?
Because he just like, I don't know, it's just something about he just like doesn't give up. Like when I first met him, he used to walk around the facility barefoot, and I thought he was crazy. I was like, why don't you have shoes on? He's just like, it's just me.
If you could bring one teammate with you to the NFL, who would you bring with you?
It would probably either be Trey or G. Scott. G. Scott Jr.
Why those guys?
Because those are my guys. I would like, we hang around. We used to have like a trio. It used to be us three. Like we just always just with each other. Every time I'm in a facility, it's just us three.
Miyan, given the choice, would you rather run behind a spread formation or a more compressed formation?
I would say spread. Yeah, because that's what I've been running behind.
Do you think that creates more lanes, or is that, would you rather?
Yeah, just open up the field more. Just spread the defense out too, so you can make, if you need space, you can work in it.
What are you looking for when you motion out of the backfield? Are your eyes upfield, taking in the secondary, or are you just putting your head down and getting it done?
Just looking what the defense is. So basically the secondary. If I'm motioning out to the field, yeah, secondary.
What's your cheat day meal? Go to?
Cheat day? I'll probably get like, probably some wings.
What kind of wings?
Boneless wings, boneless fried chicken wings.
What do you dip them in though?
I like hot barbecue mix. Yeah, informally.
Gotcha. How do you think your skill set would translate playing in Tampa Bay next to Rashad White?
I just feel like I would bring some power to it, a little bit of speed. Just like, I would say I would be like an element of surprise.
Do you think power is your best attribute as a player, as a running back?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. I mean, you can watch the film and, you probably can tell from the film too.
You obviously have a close bond with Trey just based on how much you've talked about him. What was it about you two that you think just resonated so well with each other?
I think with us two, it's like sharing the backfield was like, okay, like we never like was in competition. Like we wanted to make each other better. So I feel like that was the first thing. And then just our room, like our whole running back room was tight. Like it always been tight. Like my whole time there, excuse me.
What is the biggest thing you want NFL teams to know about you?
You repeat that?
What is the biggest thing you want NFL teams to know about you?
That I'm full of energy, so like I can light up the room, any room I walk in. So like I can put a smile on anybody's face that I come in contact with.